Hey, so I wanted to offer a little bit of transparency. Nothing too drastic. I just thought I'd turn to you guys and say I'm just struggling again. It's a tricky one to really explain or even try and work out, but you go through ups and downs. You see, the problem is I was diagnosed as being bipolar when I was like 12 years old. Go figure. So that means I have highs and I have lows, and they're usually both sort of extremes. And it's just things that recently have just got to me, and I don't know what they are. That's one of the worst things about this kind of situation. Um, as you may or may not know, I'm obviously recovering from spinal surgery. I'm now 4 weeks on, literally, this is my fourth week. And I've started to get a rash, but it's only over the front of my body, and everything itches. It's just like absolute hell. And it's just things like that. It's the little things that chip away at you. And I'm a bit sick of it. I'm not going to lie to you. So this year, I've literally kind of lost because of the situation with my spine, and I don't know. I can't remember. The year before, 2022, was probably a somewhat okay year, but I wasn't at work if we had no work to do because of my position. I wasn't needed, and then obviously the 2 years prior to that was the situation with the Rona. So we're talking 4 years now, where as a 35-year-old now, since 31, things have just been a mess. There's been no routine. You don't know if you're coming or you're going. And I'm supposed to be sitting here able to afford my own stuff. Some days I can cope with it. Some days I'm okay and I understand my position of right now I'm here and hopefully I've got a job to go back to and I'll go back to that job. But there's a downside to that in some ways. If that job hasn't filled my position, it's because they're not busy. And if they're not busy, then I don't get paid if I don't go to work. So if they're not busy, I won't be at work. So I'm not going to get paid. So I'm literally going to be employed, but financially in a no better situation to what I am at the moment when I'm not at work. I'm going to be 36 this year. And it's just shit, man. It's just tough. And I'm trying to believe in myself that I can do something for myself that will then slowly build to something. I've done some Google courses. I've managed to check one off completed, and it's some basics in marketing. And you get something at the end of it. I don't really know what it is. It's some certificate that you can put to your LinkedIn profile, but I don't have LinkedIn, so, there you go. Maybe I should get it, I don't know. But I just thought I'd be open and transparent with you guys and say sometimes people just struggle. We do. Just something in our head, and I can't explain to you what it is because it's not even anything. There's no particular thing. It's just a little bit of everything. And once a little bit of everything comes in, it just really builds up and gets in here. And there's a reason that I have never taken any medication for any mental illness, and it's because I myself, I just don't believe that it helps. I've seen people who have been on medication for mental illness, and it's not helped them. Their dosage has increased and increased and increased over the years, and they don't seem to be any different than what I am. They don't seem to be in any better situation than myself. Now, if you manage to do that, if that's what works for you, I have no issue with that. I'm not going to sit here and say don't do it. I don't want to be one of those people. But for myself, it is something that I feel it's something that my own brain conjures up. So therefore, it's my own brain that can sort it out, if that makes sense. But I tried to record this video a couple of nights in a row, and I don't really know where it's going. So I just thought we'd do it today. We'll just crack in, and I'd just basically say, look, sometimes things are just shit. You just got to kind of trudge through. And I know what will work for me, or what I think will work for me in the short term, the things that I have control of, and that will help my mind. But a few of them I struggle with. Number one, I know if I actually get a decent night's sleep, that starts to help my mind, because I know that my lack of sleep is something that really impacts my mental state. The problem is, at the minute, I'm just not sleeping. I'm not able to sleep. It's not through the lack of want or try. It's the lack of just the physical body just won't go. You know what I mean? But then the problem is, when I do eventually fall asleep at 4 a.m. or something, I'm losing the day because I do fall asleep. Because I've got no particular reason to get up at the minute. I had a little window where I felt I had a little bit of purpose and motivation in myself. And I tried and I tried and I tried, and then I had my surgery. And that's put me on the back foot again, because there's just little things with it, man. The healing process is so much slower than I really considered. And that was massively naive of me, I get it. But I just wanted to be open and honest with you guys. I wanted to share highs and lows with you guys, just to be real with you. Hope you guys are doing okay anyway. I will hopefully have a more positive video next week, when maybe I've snapped out of things a little bit and, I don't know, help myself out, but we'll see. I appreciate every single one of you. I don't know why, but I am picking up subscribers, which I really don't understand, because this was just a place for me just to waffle. And some reason people are subscribing to my nonsense.